Jake Thompson had always been an underdog. Growing up in a small town where dreams rarely turned into reality, he faced hardships from an early age. His father left when he was just 5 years old, leaving his mother to work multiple jobs to support him and his younger sister, Emily. The weight of poverty, coupled with self-doubt and the constant whispers of "you'll never make it," followed him throughout his childhood. At school, Jake was an average student. He wasn't particularly good at sports, nor did he stand out in academics. Teachers often overlooked him, and his classmates barely noticed him. He struggled to find his place, to discover something that could ignite a spark in him. As he entered high school, things only got worse. His mother fell ill, forcing Jake to take on small jobs to help with the bills. He worked at a grocery store, cleaned yards, and even delivered newspapers before school started. While other teenagers were enjoying their youth, Jake was burdened with responsibilities far beyond his years. One day, as he was stocking shelves at the grocery store, he overheard two of his classmates laughing. "Did you see Jake? He's always working. What a loser." Their words stung, but instead of feeling defeated, something inside him shifted. He realized that he had two choices: either accept the life others believed he was destined for, or fight to create a new reality for himself. One night, after a long shift, Jake found himself wandering into an old gym on the outskirts of town. The place smelled of sweat and determination. He watched in awe as athletes pushed themselves beyond their limits. An elderly man, Coach Reynolds, noticed him staring. "Kid, you look like you need a way to fight back," the coach said with a knowing smile. That night, Jake threw his first punch at a boxing bag, and it felt liberating. It was as if all his struggles, his pain, and his frustrations had found an outlet. Jake began training every night. He woke up at 4 a.m. to run before school, then worked after classes, and finally trained until the gym closed. He was exhausted, but for the first time in his life, he felt alive. After months of rigorous training, Coach Reynolds signed Jake up for his first amateur fight. He was nervous, knowing his opponent was stronger, more experienced, and had a crowd cheering for him. The first round was brutal. Jake was knocked down twice. But as he lay on the mat, he heard Coach Reynolds' voice. "Get up, Jake. Life's gonna knock you down 1,000 times. What matters is how many times you get back up." With sheer determination, Jake rose. He dodged, countered, and in the final round, landed a knockout punch. That victory was just the beginning. Jake fought in small tournaments, winning some and losing others. Each defeat was a lesson, each victory a step closer to his goal. His reputation grew, and soon, bigger fights came his way. Despite his progress, obstacles never stopped coming. His mother's health worsened, and there were days he wanted to give up. But then he'd remember why he started. He wasn't just fighting for himself. He was fighting for his family, for everyone who had ever been told they weren't good enough. Years passed, and Jake's dedication turned him into a professional boxer. He faced top contenders, proving time and time again that resilience could outshine talent. Then came the biggest opportunity of his life, a chance to fight for the national championship title. His opponent, Brandon Steele, was undefeated, known for his brutal knockouts. The world saw Jake as the underdog, the nobody who had clawed his way to the top. On the night of the fight, the stadium was packed. The air was thick with anticipation. The first few rounds were tough. Steele was as strong as everyone had said. Jake took hits that would have knocked out lesser fighters, but he refused to stay down. By the 8th round, Jake saw an opening. Remembering everything he had trained for, he delivered a powerful uppercut that sent Steele to the ground. The referee counted 1, 2, 3, until finally 10. Jake had done it. He was the national champion. That night, as the belt was wrapped around his waist, Jake wasn't just celebrating a victory in the ring. He was celebrating every hardship, every sleepless night, every doubt he had overcome. His journey from zero to hero wasn't just about boxing. It was about proving that no matter where you start, with perseverance, heart, and an unbreakable spirit, you can achieve the impossible. Jake went on to inspire millions, sharing his story and training the next generation of fighters, teaching them that the real fight isn't just in the ring, it's in life itself. The moral of Jake Thompson's story is that resilience, hard work, and self-belief can transform even the most difficult circumstances into success. Life will always present obstacles, poverty, doubt, criticism, and setbacks, but the key to overcoming them lies in perseverance and a refusal to give up. Jake's journey teaches us that success isn't about where you start, but about the effort you put in every day. Challenges are inevitable, but they are also opportunities to grow stronger. Passion and dedication can turn an ordinary person into a champion, both in life and in any field of work. Jake's story reminds us that true strength comes not just from physical ability, but from an unbreakable spirit. No matter how many times life knocks you down, what truly matters is how many times you get back up. With determination and purpose, anyone can go from zero to hero.